This episode is brought to you by Google Pixel, the official fan phone of the NBA and WNBA. The new Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro are built different. How? Take the Audio Magic Eraser tool. It helps block out distracting crowd noise so your play-by-play commentary sounds crystal clear. The only phone engineered by Google brings out the audio you care about so your videos sound as crisp as they look. Learn more at googlestore.com/pixelnba. Audio Magic Eraser requires Google Photos app. May not work on all audio elements.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, there's probably going to be some men out there that hear this episode and they're going to get a little bit upset because they're all like, oh, you more for the women of men. I'm for everybody. But when I realize like some shady things are happening, then that's when I'm like, hold on for a second. Time out. All right, flag on the play. There definitely needs to be a penalty here because I'm not with this. But anyways, so it was a friend of mine. It's a childhood friend of mine. She shared this photo of LeBron James' salary and Sue Bird's salary. Sue Bird, she is a women basketball player, and her salary. So pretty much it's the same. Like everything, like besides the salary, is the same. LeBron has played for 17 years. She's played for 17 years. LeBron has 4 NBA championships. Sue has 4 WNBA championships. And the salary for LeBron is $37 million. Her salary is $215,000. That's crazy. You know that's crazy. That was like, I seen that and was like, yo, she better get like a much more bigger. I'm like, nah, because if LeBron out here making 37, I'm like, I don't even know, like, I don't know. Like, if we talking, like, statistics and all of that, I don't really know. I would imagine that their statistics is roughly the same. But if not, I don't even know what to really say if the statistics ain't the same. But it shouldn't really matter, the statistics. I'm like, yo, if this girl then did the same thing LeBron has, she should be getting either equal or roughly the same amount as LeBron. So I'm like, but 200, that's a slap in the face. It shouldn't be in no 100,000s. It should definitely be off up in the like double digit millions. Like that's why I'm like, so that's why I say it's like it should be like roughly the same amount. But that's where it kind of like leads you into thinking, is that, well, see, and then that's another thing. I'm like, you know, WNBA, it doesn't get the same hype as NBA, you know, like I think, and it's sad that it's like that and stuff, but because it's like, I was like, because I was trying to figure that out. I remember, because I was like, yo, do they even have like a channel or something? Because I'm like, you see where NBA, it gets talked about everywhere. ESPN, all the like local TV shows, all the like worldwide TV channels and stuff, or nationwide, whatever they want to call it, like TNT or TBS. I think because sports, they come on that channel too, but anyways, but yeah, I was all like, I remember I was going through my channels one day and they seen that they just had like some like random like off the wall channel. I'm like, what is this channel? I ain't never heard of this channel. I'm like, why is this channel? No, they need to be on the big channels. Like that ain't cool. So that should be definitely something that should be worked on. And then I was one of the friend I was talking to about this, because we had like a conversation. We had a shared discussion about this, because it was like, this is something that I was like, that's not cool, you know, like this. I didn't even realize it was that bad. I thought like at least somebody would have asked me, I had definitely been like, oh, okay, she's probably, you know, because since it's like WNBA, it doesn't get like that same hype as the NBA, but she should be getting like what, $10-15 million, at least like half, because I would say like probably like somewhat, or maybe a little bit less than half, but definitely the WNBA got some fans, because I remember I was going to them games when I was a kid, and there were some people there. I remember, and it was the Storms. I remember it was like a field trip, like literally every single year to go to the Storms games, and so that's why I'm like, the Storms, that's a team that's near and dear to my heart, because I was like, yo, I used to watch y'all when I was a kid. But anyways, but yeah, somebody would have asked me, like, how much do you think a WNBA player makes? I've been like, I don't know, maybe 10-15 million. They had told me 215,000. I'm like, okay, so what, like, so let's say there's like a like, not bad, but she's not like up there with Sue Bird. Let's say she's like, I don't even know, freaking Nick Young. I feel like, I don't know, Nick Young, he was like there, but I'm like, was he really there? No disrespect to Nick Young, but I'm like, hands down, I think a WNBA basketball player, hands down, she could take him on into a game. But I'm trying to think, like, what's a player like maybe J.R. Smith? So let's say there's a player equivalent to J.R. Smith. Is she making like minimum wage or something? What is she making? Because I'm like, yo, that's not, that ain't normal. I'm like, I feel sorry for the one that's like not as famous in WNBA, because I'm like, you would think Sue Bird, I don't really know like what her living situation is. So I don't know if she's living in a big fancy house or, but that's the thing though. I'm like, yo, even a big fancy house, like, her salary is not going to pay for that. Like, that girl got to do like a sneaker deal, freaking clothing deals. Like, she got to do all of these deals to at least get like a standard looking house. I'm like, here it is, LeBron James. So I follow LeBron James. His daughter has like a little shed like house outside their house. And it was nice. I was all like, yo, I would have loved to have something like that when I was a kid, because that had been dope. If it had like a TV in there and I just kick back and play video games, I'm like, bro, that would be amazing. But anyways, yeah, but I'm like, look, and then plus with his shoes, his clothes, jerseys, all of that, like, and it's, and it's messed up where it's just women's basketball, they don't get that same like hype. And I'm like, yo, there's some like really good, because no, I feel like that's how people need to know that like women's basketball is a serious thing. So there's this old TV show called Martin. I'm pretty sure if you know of that show, then you most likely have seen the episode when he went up against the women's Olympics basketball team. Got destroyed. It got to the end of the episode where he had to like fake an injury just so the game can be over. So I'm like, cause them girls was killing them. So I was like, yeah, it's stuff like that where it's, you would think that would, and it's sad that it's like, it had to like go on all the way from the 90s to like make people realize like he like, had to write an episode. That wasn't something that people wasn't already thinking of off of the bat. There is people out there that actually do think that, because like, I play basketball all the time, I could be any WNBA player, an Olympics player, but no, actually, no, I take that back. When he did find out that he was going up against the women's Olympics basketball team, him and his friends did get worried, and they did try to call Michael Jordan and get him to play on the team, but they ended up calling like some like 90-year-old man that can barely even move. That was a funny episode. If you guys haven't, just watch the TV show in general. It's pretty good. I probably have to say like the last season ain't really all that good, because there's some things that went down, and it wasn't even the same show it was when the show started. But no, it was that episode. There was like some like, because no, everybody, I think a lot of people say that it was like after Martin and Gina got married, then the show was like kind of like losing its taste. But before, they was like, oh yeah, the show, it had all those good episodes. But anyways, but no, even the friend that I was talking to, and I'm like, bro, the fact that I'm like, there's some like really like confident dudes out there. I'm like, that's something I don't think I can ever do. I'm like, yo, she's like good at basketball. Like I would play against like any of my friends, girl, guy, whichever. But I'm not gonna be playing for like deals or something. Like this dude must have really been thinking he was in like some love. And it was funny. It was exactly like a love and basketball like type situation, except it was a more realistic version of love and basketball. But no, so the friend that I was talking to, she told me that a guy, when she was playing like basketball at some gym, and told me a guy went up to her and said like challenged her to a game and said, if I win, now I have to get your number. I'm like, first off, that's a major flag on the play. That's when I probably would have like came up out of a door, out of the bleachers or somewhere, floor, ceiling, blew my whistle as loud as I could, threw a yellow flag and said, bro. That's definitely, that's like an outdoor penalty. You gotta go outside with that. I'm like, that is definitely ain't allowed here. I'm like, but no, it's just messed up that people like do things like that. And I know people are probably asking like, well, did she win? Oh yeah, she told me she destroyed him, and that the dude had friends there and was like rooting her on. And so I'm like, that was like the best like ending to like a story that somebody's told me in a long time. I'm like shout out to her for that. But I'm like, man, the fact that people do some stuff like that. See, because my thing is like, look, I'm not good at sports. I'm like I was when I was a kid, but I have to say now I'm like building up like my athletic ability to like at least play in a sport. But I have to say probably when was I wouldn't necessarily say like I'm a lazy person. I mean, I do work out, but I can acknowledge the fact, like, there's definitely some women out there, they put in 10 times more work than me when it comes to working out, sports, video games, YouTube. There's some women out there that's like, they doing it a lot better. And I like, and you know what? I have to give them credit. That's something I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get into something and be like, oh, only men can do this. I'm like, no, women can do it too. That's one thing that was like, even with wrestling. And they were talking on like how wrestling was like back in the day versus how it is now. And there's women today, they're going through tables, getting hit with chairs, getting busted, like not busted, because I know there's like another term for that. So maybe I should have corrected myself because there's people out there, there's perverts, but no, they be like bleeding and stuff. You know how like when wrestlers, when they get the bleeding and things, and they be acting all slow and sluggish. But no, they be doing, I've seen where women has done that. Because there was a one girl, she's currently like out right now, but her name is Becky Lynch. She got pregnant by for those that, yeah, I feel like some people might know that that Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, they're like a couple and stuff. I think they got married. No, they got married. And Seth Rollins, like that's a dude. I'm like, nah, he's funny, man. I like him in wrestling now. He's pretty cool. But he's like on this whole like I'm Jesus of the WWE. It's funny. But anyways, no, but back on Becky Lynch, but there was a point in time when she actually did get punched in the face and she was bleeding off from her nose and stuff. But she still like carried on with like the whole segment because it was this so there's this pay-per-view called Survival Series. And it's like when Raw and SmackDown, they go up against each other. So there was like the women's version of it. Because there's like all of these like women's matches that was happening throughout the time that never happened before. Because I think a lot of the women was just, they were scared or they just wasn't equipped for that. They were just only equipped for their looks. And it's messed up that that's how wrestling was at one point. But no, they was like doing like Hell in a Cell matches. What else? Table matches. Like they were like using the weapons and stuff because I feel like weapons is like the big part of like WWE. So they show where it was. I think once again Becky Lynch, she was getting hit all across her body with a kendo stick. And the women, I'm telling you, I thought on that and I was like, oh, hands down, the women today would destroy the women that was wrestling. And if it was like a thing where it was like both like parties was like back like in their prime, oh yeah, women today, like they would hands down destroy the women back then. Because I was like, bro, they were out there doing mud wrestling matches or bra and panties matches, and that's like when they're fully clothed, but then the female wrestlers, I was like, what? I'm like, it is messed up. I was like, that's what wrestling was. Like, it's no disrespect to the women's wrestling back then. Like, y'all made your name. Like, there's some pretty popular names back then in the back in the day with women's wrestling. But it's like today, I'm like more involved in it. But back then, I would literally, there would be at times where I just was not paying. I'll be on my iPad, I'll be on my phone, or be playing a video game because I remember I had those PSPs. I was not fooling with wrestling, women's wrestling back in the day. And there's no disrespect. I didn't say like women's wrestling was bad, but it was just something where I'm like, I can't watch this. I'm like, watching women's wrestling today, I'm like, okay, so they doing some wild stunts, they doing some things, cool, dope. But back then, I was like, what? I remember as a kid, like, I remember when I seen the mud wrestling match, and as a kid, you see some stuff like that, you're all like, you're interested, but then as you get older, you're all like, what was that? Like, they show where the one girl, they threw her in the mud, she gets up, she acting like all sluggish, like falling in some mud, like, really hurts. I'm like, do you know how many times I've slipped and fell in some mud, dirt, concrete ground, like, and I just get back up there? No, actually, the last time I had to say I slipped and fell was when I was in Seattle, and I was like, no, that mess hurt. I was all like, no, I got up, both my arms was hurting, I was just like, oh my. And I'm like, and wrestlers be doing this? Dang. I know, I was like, I hands down, I don't think I could become a wrestler. I was like, but no, that's dumb. That was like, thinking of, like, I think if I were, I definitely would have to, like, like train and be off athletic for it. But it's like getting back, like, you know, there's women wrestlers out there that I know that can definitely carry me over their shoulders, do some old slam me on my back, hit me, like, and they'll be like, to me personally, I would like, if I had, like, I feel like, yeah, if I did have like a big wrestling like name or background or whatever and stuff, I definitely would try to like get some like women pushed over in the wrestling business, because it's like, you know, it's messed up where it's like they and it's probably like that for them too in wrestling. It's like them women in there. Let's just see. I wonder how much Becky Lynch net worth. Her net worth is $4 million. Okay, Seth Rollins, her husband, his net worth is $9 million. I guess, because Seth Rollins, he's been in here for a while now, so I guess that's pretty standard. I mean, $4 million is good. It ain't like it's like like she's making like 100, because that's what I was expecting. I was like, even though it you know, like she is like a pretty like popular wrestler and things, I was really expecting to just see something like bad. So I went like, I was expecting that, but nah, I feel like that's good. I don't know. There might be some women out there is like, nah, she needs to be making the same much as her husband Seth Rollins and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I'm more so like placing on a thing that, because she started wrestling. Because Seth Rollins, like, for those that don't really follow wrestling, he's a pretty big name. I mean, Becky Lynch, she is too in the women's, because they like women's wrestling and then just regular wrestling, which is for the men and stuff. But he's been in the game since 2005. Yo, if they say like she's been wrestling like longer than him, then I think that she should get some 2002. Wow, that's crazy. Well, actually, no, wait a second, because he debuted, so training, so 2002, so she started training 2005. He made his debut. Oh, but he trained in schools when he was like younger and stuff. I don't know, but either way, I'm like it should be like, you know, roughly the same. So it's like, yeah, hers is at 4 million. I'd say like it should be like maybe at 5 million or something like that. But yeah, it's you know, it is what it. Well, it ain't. It's not. It's what it is situation. I'm like, I still think that there are women athletes out there that do need to be making. Because like, no, I have to say probably one of the biggest like women's athletes out there is Serena Williams. And what's her? I would imagine her net worth got to be in the 100 millions. If not, I'm like, bro, what is going on? I gotta look this up before I end this at 200. Okay. I just need to make sure that her. Oh, and then what's best male tennis player? Just Roger Federer. I ain't never heard. See, that's that's where, you know, like, I feel like, yeah, women hands down they got tennis and things, because I'm like, I ain't never heard of any of these guys' names before. So actually, you just know that it's like women athletes, they doing their thing. But no, let's look at his net worth. If he's like a billionaire, I'm like 450 million. He has to be like, no, okay, so that's something like tennis ain't even like a contact sport. So I'm like, I would imagine, no, they need to have it. All right, let me see something real quick. Versus Serena Williams. Once in a life. Oh, it actually happened. Oh, it actually was a thing. But who won though? That's the question. So it's like Serena Williams. So wait a minute, Roger was on the winning side in his historic mixed double match. Dang, he won? Dang, that's crazy. So he has to be good if he won and stuff. But anyways, but no, it's, you know, it's good that she's getting like she's in the 100 millions and stuff. Because if she wasn't, I'm like, bro, what is going on? I'm like, I ain't never even heard of the other guy, the Roger guy. So. But, yeah, you know, I just think that there are some sports out there where it's like it needs to be the same, or, you know, they just need to stop overhyping another sport, because I'm like, that ain't normal. But anyway, then I think, did I mention, I don't even think I talked on that, how it took them like years to add women to video games, because now just recently, well, maybe not just recently, it might have been like 2-3 years ago, when they added women to the FIFA games. I'm like, okay, how long has women's soccer been a thing? Like, because if it's been something that's been women's soccer, because I'm saying, like, that doesn't really make any sense to me. Founded in 2012. Dang. Why I feel like women's soccer, it should have been something that should have came out in the 90s. I'm like, all the women that was probably playing soccer back then, but all right, founded in 2012. So I'm like, okay, so it should have been like women in soccer games, or yeah, soccer video games. That should have been, so okay, so it probably would have been FIFA 13 or maybe FIFA 14, because I know those games usually come out in the summertime and stuff. So all right, so actually, you know what? No, when did FIFA 13? When did that game come out? September of 2000. Okay, so yeah, like I said, it did come out prior before, but FIFA 14, yeah, they should have and I don't even think they had like women's soccer in there or anything. Yeah, it was just, I don't remember them having. Dang, that game came out on the PlayStation 2? Huh. That's crazy. I didn't even realize they were making, and the, just the, why did it come out on the PlayStation 2? Bro, there's literally in 2013, that's when this game came out? Or 2013. I'm like, bro, nobody had no PlayStation 2. Nobody definitely wasn't going to be playing a brand new game on no PlayStation 2. But wow, that's crazy. At least like the, PlayStation 3, but because the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, it just came out, but yeah, they should have added them like a long time ago, and I think they just had added them in like FIFA like 18 or 19 or something like that. So I'm like, what? Or I think it might have been 18, but still, I'm like, they should have added them a long time ago. But anyways, yeah, there's some good like women athletes out there. People need to accept that and stop making it seem like, oh, women can't do what men do. I'm like, I'm hands down for sure that if there is like a battle of the sexes, like with basketball or football or maybe freaking what else, soccer, tennis, there's definitely gonna be some women out there. They're gonna be scoring some points and winning some games and injuring some other basketball or any other like male athlete. I believe so, but anyways, yeah. We'll see. Now, like maybe not football, because I'm like, nah, I'm like, a dude might get mad, because I've seen where dudes, they've gotten mad and start hitting and stuff. So I'm like, maybe if it was like two-hand touch football or something, there you go, and that should be a thing. But anyways, yeah, they should do something like that. It should be like a yearly competition thing, but I don't know. I might have to recommend or do some stuff. I should just come out with like a sports organization, just have it where it's like, just people just having fun and stuff. But one day. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're SeatGeek, for CeeLo, all that stuff, if you're purchasing any stuff from there, make sure you guys use my promo code TMossBoss. I have a referral link that'll take you there for CeeLo. And yeah, all that stuff. So anyways, yeah, and you can find the link to on like in the recent videos of my main channel and gaming channel. And so yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.